Hello everyone and welcome to a new YouTube video. Now I know this sounds a bit rushed, but here is a quick review of the Hotpoint Ultima WDD960G washing machine tumble dryer combination. As you can see, yeah, there's clothes in there, but it's a pretty decent machine, very well built. The G stands for graphite, hence the colour. If you look at the colour of the machine versus the colour of the oven, you'll see the whole deal with it. Now the control panel is a very simple control panel. All of this is push button, and all of these buttons indicate the program types that you can get, which we'll talk about in a minute. The buttons around the screen are self-explanatory. Those four are soft keys, those vertical ones. That one, and those two at that side. And that is your start button. You've got an intense mode. You've got yourself a reduced I think it's a reduced creases mode. Can't remember exactly what these are. Well, let's turn it on. And you'll see that it comes up as a pump out mode. That's the default. To start the machine, you got this big button, you hit that and it goes into pump mode. Now it's a very, as you can see, that little key indicates that the lock on the door is permanently on. So let's turn that machine off to get it back out of key mode. And the machine shuts down. Power it up. It says, now I'll show you, I've got to show you this because this is very cute. Hello. Now that's how it starts. Well, at least my machine starts that way. Well, let's show you the modes that we've got based around the clock. You've got memory button, which in my case is set to cottons. There's no dry mode. It's going to take 237. It's got a 1600 spin and a 30-degree wash. I press this bottom button here, which is intense mode. You can see that the time has introduced itself to now from 237 to 255. Now that mode there, I believe, is the reduced creases mode. The third button along, you got to press and hold that. That engages child mode. So if children go in the machine, it'll just do that to let you know that they're not welcome. I actually use that mode myself because the problem with this kitchen where I live is the fact that this thing is not very good. And I'm not quite sure. Oh yeah, this next button along is a half load button. You press that and it puts it on half load. And as you can see, it will save you some time. Press the fifth one along, the end one there. That is a time saver. So if you can look at that, it will take your time down quite dramatically. So there's your main buttons. You've got your memory button starting at that position. That next one down is your silk button. That's got one program, which is that. It's basically silk. It's going to take that long to do. It's got no spin and that temperature. Now you can time save that mode. No, you can't do anything. And those buttons indicate if you want to do an intense, well, the reduced creases mode doesn't really do much for silk, but it's there. You can reduce the time if you want, or a half load. You can't reduce the time any, but you can put it on a half load. So if you got a half load, it will take that long to do, 51 minutes. Now if we go past the silk option, we go to the bottom there, which is the dry mode. Cotton dry, you press it again. Synthetics dry, that's just showing you the mode that the dry takes. And that one, can't quite make out what that says. Cotton dry. Now if we go past that and we go to that button there, you'll see that what we've actually got is we have a fast spin mode. Now with any of these where it says off, you can press the top button and you got a cupboard dry, you got hanger dry, iron dry, 180 dry, 60 dry, 40 dry, and an off mode. So you can actually go quite well with this. After you got past your fast spins, you got to press the same button again, and that gives you your slow spin options. Now every mode that has the off there that's lit for the dry modes, you can actually choose a dry mode for that. Now the next button again is the rinse options. It says rinse cottons. You press it again, it says pump out. Now the next one around there is your cotton option. Now that gives you several options. You've got cottons 90, you press it again, 60, coloured cottons 40. Now bear in mind that most of this is reprogrammable. So let's say you don't want the cottons at 90, you can take them down to that by pressing the temperature button there. The bottom right is always your temperature control. You keep pressing it 70, 60, 50, 40, 30. Or if you want it cold, you can turn it off. The spin is the same, 1600, 14, 1200, 1000, 800, 600, 400, and off. So at this point, as you can see, the summary shows it's a cotton, no dry. It's going to take that long. There's no spin and there's no heat. So most of the programs are pretty programmable. The next one along is synthetics. Now this one's got a bug in the firmware because you press it and it shows you synthetics. It shows there's no dry. It shows that time. It shows the spin. It shows the temperature. Press it again. Still synthetics. It shows the time, which has gone down quite a bit. 40 degrees and the same spin. Press it again. Oh dear, my firmware is wonky because look, there's no mode. But there is a time and there is a dry mode, and there is that, which is the temperature. Press it again. And it goes back there. So press the next one along. Fast wash dry 60 minutes 30. That is basically the ready to wear mode. You press the one across from that and you've got the platinum wool. And that's pretty much the wash modes. So what I'm going to show you really quick is a fast spin. I'm going to set a dry mode. In 40 minutes. Hit that button there. Watch this. This thing is quiet. Listen to this. That's as much noise as she makes, fellas. Until the pump comes on. But that is a quick review of the Hotpoint Ultima WDD960G. Now this machine I don't believe is made anymore, but there are other Hotpoint Ultima variants, and I rather like this machine because, as it states on the front, if I zoom in, I can remember how the heck to zoom with this cam. Rather boldly states on its front panel. That's a spin. And it rather boldly states, look, "7 kilogram." Now, I believe it's a 7 kilogram wash, 5 kilogram dry. But there you go. I'll let you see the spin mode again. It's just nicely spinning at the moment. It's a very nice machine. It's, I believe, zoom in so you can see. Hotpoint. It's a very, very nice machine. I cannot grumble at the performance from this Ultima. It did have a problem when I first got this in 2010 when the command module broke and it wouldn't do anything, but it got stored away until I got my own place, which I'm going to do a tour of my own flat at some point tomorrow, and hopefully you guys will see something rather unique. I'm also going to talk about my rather unique microwave, which I rather like, and you get to see that thing in action. If you've never seen a talking microwave, then it's your opportunity to do so. I mean, listen, I'm even holding a conversation. That's doing about a 300 spin, 400 spin maybe. And it's really not that loud. This is a really nice washing machine. I know it's a washing machine for most people, but there are people on YouTube that appreciate product reviews, and I will try to do more as time goes on of various bits of kit within my house. But I thought I'd share this one with you from a blind person's perspective. I do have a certain amount of sight, but I'm legally blind for those in the States who really care. But there you go, and I hope to speak to you all very soon. As you can hear, that's climbing the revs quite dramatically. But it's really not much in terms of loudness. That's really not going to break the sound barrier in terms of loudness unless it were to explode. And that's going fairly quick. I don't know the actual speed that's going. I would say about 800 maybe to 1,000. But that's pretty awesome stuff. So I will see you all soon, and hope to speak to you all on another video in the near future.